50, 45. There goes Davis.
Oh, my God.
Davis is going to run it all the way back. Auburn's going to win the football game. Auburn's going to win the football game. He ran the missed field goal back. He ran it back 109 yards. They're not going to keep him off the field tonight. Holy cow. Oh, my God. Auburn wins. Auburn has won the Iron Bowl. Auburn has won the Iron Bowl in the most unbelievable fashion you will ever see.
Oh, welcome in, everyone, to a brand new edition of the Dream Wager, episode 601. Today is Friday, December 12th, 2025. Elvis, instead of the little theme that we always have, I decided to do a little. I'm in the spirit.
Yeah, we're what? 12 days, 13 days away.
Yeah.
I don't even know what day it is.
It's the 12th.
I just know it's Friday. It's the
Yeah.
12th. So we're 13. You know, I know some people only celebrate Christmas Eve. So you can say 12 days, 11 nights away from Christmas. Definitely in the Christmas spirit. Glad it's the weekend. And I'll tell you what, I'm shocked by the outcome of last. Not. Let me rephrase that. Of the last 9.5 minutes of last night.
Real quick before we get to it, because I handicapped the fire out of the game last night. Real quick, I say to people that I work with and like managers and whatnot, I'm like, "Oh, Merry Christmas," and they'll look at me like, "I don't celebrate." I'm like, "All right, that's all right. I celebrate it. Merry Christmas." And yo, they be getting hot. Some people be like, "Oh, Happy Holidays." Would you be offended if I told? I know you celebrate Christmas, but like, if you didn't celebrate Christmas and I said, "Oh, Merry Christmas, Elvis," would you get offended?
I could care less.
Okay, so people are sensitive, is what you're telling.
Yeah. New age people.
Yeah, kid. I mean, we obviously we're gonna start there. Thursday night football plus 4.5 gets home. Falcons are on the nice list. They're back on my list. 29-28. And if you would have came back and said 37-year-old Kirk Cousins those for 337, no turnovers,
73.
Bro, 373. What did I say?
37.
Oh, 373. Yeah, I don't want to shortchange him, but he outplayed Baker by a mile. And the biggest winner, the Carolina Panthers. They're live for the division.
I thought you was gonna say Kyle Pitts fantasy owners.
Oh, I
mean,
mean,
Carolina.
Who's more mad? The ownership at Atlanta or fantasy owners who keep drafting Kyle Pitts because he's on his last year of contract, and now this is what they're like, yo, this is the Kyle Pitts we've been waiting for.
I think it's a mixture of both. Not for none. I think Kyle Pitts.
What a game, career. 11 catches, 166 yards, 3 touchdowns. Do you know the last tight end? Sorry to interrupt. Do you know the last tight end who had over 150 receiving yards as a tight end and 3 touchdowns in one game?
It has to be deep. I don't think Gronk ever did it. Nope. Travis Kelce never did it.
I'll give you a clue. It's your boy.
It's my boy.
Yeah. And you know what I mean by that.
My boy. Shannon Sharp.
Shannon Sharp. 1996.
Legend.
Yeah,
it was a historic game from Kyle Pitts. We haven't seen a game like that since Shane 1996. I'm gonna be honest. I was honestly impressed by Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins played.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. He played like he has a few years left in the tank.
He just earned himself another $100 million contract.
I don't know about that, but he definitely looked like a $40 million quarterback last night. I tell you that. Bijan Robinson. It was just Bijan Robinson and Kyle Pitts. It was a little sprinkle. My man Stills the fifth. And not for that, if he doesn't drop that touchdown early on, he has over 100 yards as well. So, and Kirk Cousins would have been over 400. So, the main reason why I was shocked, what I said earlier, why I was shocked by the outcome in the first half. Though, the Atlanta Falcons had more penalties than first downs, and they were up. I don't know how Atlanta constantly kept shooting themselves in the foot and it was able to win this game. Being down multiple touchdowns with 9.5 minutes left, win the game. When Mooney fumbled, when it was 6 Tampa Buccaneers around them, I was like, oh, that's the game. It ends up recovering the ball somehow. So give credit to Atlanta. They just wanted it more. They fought more. I thought we was going to see Tampa Bay maybe not look their best this season, but first game back, McMillan, he looked good. I think he had 38
Evans had
yards.
himself a hell of a game.
Mike Evans came back like nothing ever happened. He had a $122 on like 5 catches. Chris Godwin honestly had one of his better games of the season. He found the end zone. The running game was decent. It wasn't great, but it was there. Ibuka, we got there with him on the over. He had himself a bounce back game after that drop pass last week. So we all the potential was there, but they just flat out fell on their face to end the game. And I'm gonna be honest, I think yes, Baker Mayfield deserves some blame, but I think this goes on Todd Bowles in that defense. That defense was supposed to close this game. Baker Mayfield in that offense scored 28 points. That's enough to bring it home now. That's enough to bring it home. I'm honest that you might not be able to cover the spread, but you should be able to win that game. How the hell does Atlanta outscore you in the remainder 9:45 of the game? So shout out Kirk Cousins. Like you said, I'll play Baker Mayfield. Shout out Kyle Pitts. Historic game, honestly. And then Bijan Robinson doing Bijan Robinson things. Like you said, biggest winners of the night might be the Carolina Panthers.
Mm-hmm.
I honestly think the Tampa Bay Bucks lost the division.
Yeah, they're done. Yeah, they're done.
It's just how you gonna overcome and bounce back after a loss like that.
If Carolina wins this week against the Saints, which we'll preview in
they'll
a little,
be 8-6.
They'll be 8-6
game, and they play each other.
And
twice.
if they play each other next week. If they play in Carolina, they play next week. If they beat the Tampa Bay Bucks one time, they clinch the division.
Shout out Carolina.
Yeah, they're the biggest winners. The Bucks, they're done. Their season was over last night. I don't fuck with the popsicle jerseys or the first down. I got confused watching the game. I said, "Is it
line?
The line."
Yeah,
did not fuck with that. They got a bunch of guys where, and I agree. Actually, it wasn't on the offense last night. That was enough to win the game. Todd Bowles, I like you, and I stood up for you a lot this season and last season. You're a defensive guy. The defense is not good. And they got a bunch of guys on this team like Vita Vea, Antoine Winfield Jr., even the offense. You got all studs around the ball. You got Bucky Irving, you got a Baker, you got Mike Evans, and they just lose games.
And even Tristan Wirth came back.
Yeah.
Top 5 left tackle. So you had all your weapons back. And you came out flat on your face.
19 penalties the Falcons had 19, and they still won.
You make that make sense. Majority of the blame got to go on Todd Bowles in that defense.
And did you hear him after the game? He called his team out.
Right, which he so.
He said, I've never heard, but some of the blame, to your point, I agree, it has to be on him. He was calling players out. And my thing is, like, at the end of the day, like, some of it has to be on you, kid. But I never heard Todd Bowles swear like that. He said 7 fucks.
Yeah. He was upset.
He was upset.
Because you know how big this game meant. This was you should have won this game. There's no, like, one thing you cover in the number, betting wise. That's one thing. But Atlanta coming into Tampa on Thursday night, winning. Kirk Cousins winning in prime time.
Last 3 games, Kirk Cousins versus Tampa Bay, over 1,000 yards.
Bro, the fact that Kirk Cousins threw for 373, 3 tutties.
That's crazy.
1 sack.
Did Raheem Morris keep his job? I don't think so. He was hyped though after the game.
Yeah,
he was yelling at the camera.
The only coach out there that might have saved this job is Mike McDaniels. Other than that, I think every coach who's had, let's just say, a unforgettable season or failed to lower than expectations, I think they're gone or they're on the hot seat. Mike McDaniels won 4 straight games?
5 of his last 6.
5 of his last 6. Hate them or not, they are live. Like you in the hunt. You hate the in the hunt, but they're in the hunt.
It.
They're in the hunt. I'm not saying they're gonna make the playoffs, but they're fighting their way and they're in the hunt.
Yeah, I'm looking to see thoughts on John Harbaugh. Now, I was just wondering, like, if they wind up losing and not making the playoffs, is there a chance they might not retain him, might fire him?
No. All right. One thing is Mike Tomlin leaving Pittsburgh.
One of them, I think, is gone.
I know, but both?
Maybe.
Come on now. We're
wins
getting old,
whoever
we're
wins
getting
the
old, but not that old.
Whoever wins the divisions keeps his job.
Of course. How you gonna fire a coach after winning the division, even though you might win the division at 8-9? But
yeah,
9-8. But it's a division title, nothing less.
Pete Carroll gone?
Game. No.
I know it's 1 year,
I think
but
it's mostly quarterback play. It's quarterback play. I understand if you had a good quarterback, and let's just say the defense always let you down come at the end. Okay, but the defense had you in a couple games. Let's not forget it.
No, I agree.
It's the offense. It's Geno. It's Geno.
Jonathan Gannon gone?
I still respect the fact that when Kyler was healthy and the team was all healthy, James Conner was there. This team started 3-0, 3-1, 4-1.
But that's the thing. Kyler's gone.
I'm judging him from what he did when the team was fully healthy. Yeah. And after that, it was a kind of weak schedule to start the year. Mm-hmm. I wouldn't fire him just because he's yet to have a full season with a healthy quarterback.
And then last one I want to ask you. I know they just went to the NFC Championship last year, but Dan Quinn, this was a bad year.
That's another one. If Jaden Daniels is there, right? Let's just say Jaden Daniels is healthy this whole season, and they have the record they have. Valid question.
Okay, yeah.
But you took away arguably a top 10 quarterback away. What you expect them to do?
Yeah, I guess from your point with the Todd Bowles thing, it's the defense. Dan Quinn is a defensive guy, and the defense has not gotten better in Washington. That was the problem last year. Yeah.
And it's gotten worse.
Yeah. So, huge win for Atlanta. We'll see if Raheem Morris goes. Here's my hot take. Kyle Pitts leaves, goes to Kansas City, and becomes a Hall of Famer with Pat Mahomes and Andy Reid. Because Travis Kelce's going to retire. That's the perfect fucking fit. I see it already.
That's a hot take. He could come to New England.
Of course he could come to New England.
We have the number one cap.
But not the number one quarterback. Patrick Mahomes? That's a Super Bowl MVP now. Drake may never sniff the playoffs. He's doing it this year, but he's never.
Who's going to make the playoffs this year?
Drake May.
Who has the potential for the number one seed this year?
Who has more playoffs?
I'm not worried about the past. We're talking about this year, Dylan.
Yeah,
it's bad. About the past in the off season.
It's bad.
And during the season, we're talking about current times.
Gun to your head, does he stay in Atlanta or does he go somewhere?
Do Atlanta has can they franchise tag him?
I mean, they can. Let me check their cap.
If they can franchise tag him, he stays there another year. They will franchise tag him.
You think? Even off of
even though I don't like it, as from a player perspective, but it'll make the most sense for Atlanta. They don't need to give him a long-term deal. They need to make him the highest paid tight end in football. They could just pay him the average rate 1 year, prove it deal.
You know who makes the most on Atlanta?
Makes the most?
Yeah.
Isn't it their corner?
Nah, you know who it is.
Kirk Cousins.
$57 million.
Damn right.
After last night, he's underpaid.
You can make the case.
The left tackle, Jake Matthews, he's getting $27 million. Their guard is making $26 million.
Jake Matthews had 6 penalties last night.
Yeah. Jesse Bates the third, the safety, he's making $24 million, and then AJ Terrell, the corner, is making $22.
Yeah,
but they don't have a lot of money, so They only have around $14.5 million. It's 24th in the league. They don't have a lot of money to spend because of Kirk Cousins.
Yeah, we do. Tons.
We do. So
number one,
Kyle Pitts is the New England Patriot next year.
We have the capital to give him a great contract. Yes.
You would take him over Hunter Henry?
You gotta look at it from this perspective. Who you rather have for the next 3 seasons? Kyle Pitts or Hunter Henry?
That's a good question. I don't know. I'd have to ponder on that. I'll come back to you.
Kyle Pitts is 26 years old, I think. 27.
Yeah, but he's up and down. He needs Kirk Cousins.
He needs Drake May.
Nah,
he needs Josh McDaniels.
I don't know.
Look what Josh McDaniels did to Rob. He could bring some of that out of Kyle. Some.
Yeah. Kid, by the way, before we get to the games, we briefly touched on it because it was
I'm gonna let you take it away, bro.
I obviously want
free
your opinion, but it broke while yeah, that should not be your man's. It broke while we were about to end the show, but Sharon Moore, I mean, I hate the university, but man, that to do what you did and in like a top 5 job in the country. Now, apparently he's had mental health issues and more details broke. Apparently he got the staffer, and this is diabolical. Like what her role was an administrating staffer, meaning that like the players and coaches, their families who have boxes in Michigan, she's in charge of like escorting the family to the box. She was walking Sharon Moore's family, and he has 3 little girls with his wife, and apparently they were in a relationship for like a year and a half, 2 years, and the university got whiff of it. They asked them about it. They denied. Both of them denied. And at that point, you're like, okay, well, they both deny it. There's nothing really they could have done. There was no evidence. So apparently she broke up with, and I'm leaving a big part out. She apparently got pregnant, and he paid for an abortion. She broke up with him Monday, and then she went to the university with all this proof, text messages, pictures, receipts. Like she threw the book at him, and they fired him Wednesday morning. And then, to what you said, he snapped. You know, like he went crazy. And
he crashed out.
He crashed out. Yes, thank you. He crashed out, and you know, he went home, and obviously his wife found out, and he took a knife to his throat and said, you know what, he was threatening to commit suicide. He broke into the girl's apartment and said, you're gonna die. You ruined my life. This is all alleged. I want to say that as well. Like legal terms, this is all alleged until, you know, we want to hear his side. Obviously, we haven't heard it yet. He has been arrested. He's been charged with stalking. He's been charged with breaking and entering. He's lost everything for right now, but I'll say this. The man is lost right now. I feel like we should pray for a man like that because, like, football aside, like a man was about to take his own life. Like, you know, like I feel like we should be praying for a guy like that. He needs God, like at this point, but it's unfortunate. And the story's just wild. And the AD, there are rumors that the AD knew about this and kind of put it off until after signing day, so the commits would still sign to the University of Michigan. Like, this is an ugly thing. But any thoughts on like the emerging details about everything? I pray for the girl as well. Like, that's awful for her as well, and it's just a fucked up situation, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, I honestly don't want to comment on it. Just because, you know, I want to wait till all the facts are out. As of right now, it doesn't look good at all for Moore. Honestly, it doesn't look good at all. But I hope, you know, some of the allegations aren't true. You know, if they are, I honestly hope the best for him and the girl. Do you have her name?
No, I don't have her name. I think they're keeping it confidential. There are pictures out there, but yeah,
we saw pictures of her. We saw that interaction with her where he just seemed like he said a couple words, not trying to make it too hot. So, to me, like I said on the last pod, I'm gonna just keep it short and sweet. How you gonna fumble a top 5 position in the country over some that's just my biggest thing, you know. And I don't want to, you know, bring this or that into it, but all I'm saying is you can't be for anybody out there. You can't be fumbling your position over, let's just say, a woman or another person or another man. You should never knock yourself out of a position that's making you millions of dollars. You're working for one of the greatest universities in the country, got the biggest donors in the country. If you want a player in the middle of Arkansas, they're gonna go get him.
Yeah, they'll give you everything.
You want a player in Santa Monica, they're gonna go get him. You know, so.
And like you lost your family at that. Like you have 3 little daughters.
He crashed out. Like I don't want to say it. I'll tell you off air, but God, it had to be crazy if my man did all this. Family, job, career, millions.
Yeah.
I don't even care about the fame. I'm not mentioning the fame, but you ruin your career, you ruin your rep, you ruin your family.
Yeah.
I hope he's able to gain it back one day. You know, but God bless him.
Yeah, people should be praying for him, man. And now he's on suicidal watch, allegedly. He's people are watching him around the clock. It's a very sad story. And yeah, I mean, talking to some Michigan fans, people are like, hey, this was a good reason to get him out because he wasn't that good of a football coach. If I'm being, let's be honest, he wasn't that good of a football coach.
I ain't gonna hold you. I never thought he was the future. You know, he wasn't a hardball or something like that. But
nowhere he was a Jim Harbaugh.
Something I don't know if it was his first win or the first time beating Ohio State. I forgot, but one of his first post-game speeches,
he started crying. You saw that?
Like that was viral. Like,
yeah,
that's one of my main reasons I remember more. Now is this, but that post-game speech is one of the main reasons I remember him. So,
I also think Michigan has to move fast in finding a new coach now.
Like, no, Michigan needs to do everything in their power to put this behind them. They need to like sweep this under the rug, or do they make this like, we got to do better as a program?
They do, because they say the Michigan man, they hold themselves to a higher stature, which they should. They are Michigan. My thing also is you missed out on a lot of coaches. We saw Penn State just hire a guy. Lane Kiffin just left. Now, what does Michigan go and do? Do they call Urban? Just hypothetical. Do they call Nick Saban? You got to call you call Kirby Smart. Like, you got to call all these people and make them say no. Because at the end of the day, it's Michigan.
Yes. You know who I will call after a time like this?
Who?
Calling a Hall of Famer.
Who?
I'm gonna see if he wants the job. I'm calling Charles Woodson.
People have said that.
I'm calling Charles Woodson to see if he's willing to take the ranks for a year or two till we get the ship under control. We need somebody who's gonna take control of Michigan, at least for a couple of years. Who's gonna, like you said, gonna hold it to the highest standards? Is gonna be a former Hall of Famer and alumni in Charles Woodson. Just for the time being.
Yeah.
I think you need somebody like that for the moment. Because you can't just bring in a guy. Moore was just a guy.
Yeah. Jim Harbaugh loved him, honestly.
I know, but that was his guy.
Yeah.
It wasn't like he he had multiple job offers. Let's just be honest.
Yeah.
He wasn't getting a coaching job. No other, I can't even make a case, Power 25 school.
Yeah, that's
not just a Power 5.
People have said Kalen DeBoer from Alabama. They said he is a name, which I don't know. I don't know if you walk away from Alabama. Now, I know it hasn't been all rainbows and sunshine in Alabama for him, but at the end of the day, that's another top 5 job in the country.
You know who's another name? I know you won't like it.
Huh.
But right now he's fired. He just got fired. He's also off a national championship. Chip Kelly.
Mm-mm.
He's available. He's available. Is he not?
Yeah, I just think he's
they need somebody now. Somebody who's established, not just a guy.
But I don't think he represents Michigan.
I agree. You need somebody to sustain it for the next year or two.
I like Vanderbilt's coach, Clark Lee. He's a guy that brought in Diego Pavia. He's a player's coach. He's good with the quarterback, and I think he could develop Bryce Underwood.
I like that, still, but I don't think he's gonna. Damn, what's my Lane Kiffin? You know, having this success for a year, you're just gonna up out and leave.
It's Michigan,
and you can. I understand, but you can make a case. Vanderbilt's looking more promising next season. Hey, you got to put it in that perspective. I understand it's Michigan.
Yeah, and
but I'm not sure if he's going to Lane Kiffin it.
To my point with the whole, you have to call everyone. Make them say no. Kirby Smart, Urban Meyer, even Dan Lanning from Oregon. He's an amazing coach, and he's built Oregon up. Now, obviously, he'll probably say no, but like you have to make people say no. You are Michigan. Call everybody at this point. So, yeah, more details to come, but yeah, it was a crazy fucking, I guess 48 hours for everybody involved. And yeah, I agree to your point. They got to sweep this under the rug. They need to go make a splash and go get a coach. We'll see who it is, and they're probably going to get a bag. And to your point, Michigan has all the resources in the world. They have all the donors. They have Larry Elstein or one of
Ellison.
Ellison. They gave Bryce Underwood $12 million in the NIL. Like, you know how much money Michigan donors have and boosters? They're going to give you the world. So what about, and this just popped in my head because of the whole Dave Portnoy thing, what about the Hall of Famer Super Bowl winning coach John Gruden? He wants to get back into coaching. You have Barstool behind you. You have all the money in the world. And John Gruden demands respect, Elvis. You know that, and I know that. He will walk into that building and say no more.
Yes, I agree with you. But do you want to bring somebody coming off a scandal to replace somebody on a scandal?
He's going to court to clear his name.
I understand, but you got look like this is like politics now, right? This is politics now. You can't just bring in somebody with a dirty closet.
Well, he's not dirty. This is all alleged. Please.
You know what? I like I said, I like the way you're thinking.
I love John Gruden.
Yes, I think John Gruden could still be a head coach in either level, college or NFL.
Maybe the Giants.
I think it's a time and place. And right now, Michigan is the time and place.
Oh, I fucking love John Gruden, man. I really do. I think he's a hell of a coach. And let me remind you, even with the Sharon Moore case, we do live in the United States of America where you are innocent until proven guilty. We do have
Bro, he's about to get an elite lawyer. He's about to pay about $500,000 fines. He's going to have a restraining order. He'll be fine.
They said he is out on bond. They $25,000 bond, but the court ordered him to wear a GPS tracker.
Where he's going, gated community?
No, they're afraid he might flee the country, I think. Yeah.
For what? He's not
if he did it. Yeah.
He's not facing crazy time.
I know, but I don't know. I don't know. I think the judge wants to keep the judge wants to keep an eye on him so he doesn't commit suicide. I think that's the
facing third-degree aggravated stalking.
No, aggravated assault, and I think
assault.
Yeah, and then
okay.
Because allegedly he held a knife to her throat.
And I thought he held a knife to his throat.
Both.
Okay, if he held a knife to his throat, my man's going down for a little bit.
It's not a laughing matter.
Yeah. If
this is all alleged.
And if she was pregnant,
no, she got an abortion.
Oh, she got it. Oh, okay.
Yeah, she got an abortion.
She's a murderer. That's not the hero there.
That's neither here. That's a whole different topic for a different day. But all right, kid. Wow. Let's get into these picks. But before we do that, a quick word from our sponsor. We're brought to you each and every episode by Viva Tequila Seltzer, the most refreshing hard seltzer on the market, hands down. There's no wonder why Viva was voted #1 hard seltzer in the world by San Francisco World Spirit Competition. With only 88 calories, 0 carbs, 0 sugar, and a light 4.5 ABV, Viva is the perfect drink for your post-game celebration, as it was created with the active lifestyle in mind. We flavor tequila seltzer because flavor is the spice of life, and we like our drinks with just a kick, just like how we like our lives, whether it's Huckleberry playing around the golf with the boys or an elderberry watching NFL Week 15. It doesn't matter. Our favorites pair perfectly with that Artisanal Blanco tequila for that subtle and refreshing drink. I believe you're at the Dream Wager and at Viva is to live long, live well, and live it up. All right, kid. Let's get to it. Week 15 in the NFL, and there's no better place to start than the beautiful state of Florida, where we'll head to Duval. Jacksonville laying 13 at home against the Jets. Plus 13, plus 660 on the money line. Total 41.5. Brady Cook, how you doing? Getting his start. Tyrod Taylor or Justin Fields did not practice. And I can't believe I'm saying this, but I think the Jets are the right side here. I'll take the 12.5 points in my pocket with the Jets. Jags looking ahead towards next week. Big game versus Denver. Trevor Lawrence has never been this big of a favorite in his career. Coming off a great win last week. Classic letdown spot. Brady Cook is going to dice him up. Give me the Jets here, plus 12.5. 13.5, actually.
I don't know if you're being serious or you're just breaking balls. But one thing I could say is laying 13.5 anytime is most of the time is absurd. But Jacksonville is rolling. Jacksonville is in my top 10. Dylan's top 10 power rankings. We just saw the Jacksonville Jaguars blow out, covering 13.5 against a very good team at home just a couple weeks ago in the Los Angeles Chargers, in the Indianapolis Colts. So, still, I hate to say this. I'm going to lay the 13.5 here. And this might be the last time ever on the podcast those words were ever out of my mouth. But who the hell are the New York Jets to walk into Jacksonville and cover this spread right now? Brady Cook, still, you just said it the other day. That man's not even better than Phillip Rivers. So, give me Jacksonville. They should win this game by at least 17 or more. I'm gonna lay it with Jacksonville.
On opposite sides already. Let's head to Houston. Texans hosting the Arizona Cardinals. Houston laying 9.5 here, minus 550 on the money line. Cardinals plus 410. Total is 42.5. This might be a sleepy spot here for Houston. You know, I really don't want to lay 9.5 with them. I worry about the offense a little bit, and my one worry in the 9.5 is like getting a defensive touchdown and maybe covering the spread late. But again, I just think it's too many points. They just got blown out last week, and the Cardinals are going to come back. And, you know, where Texans, they just had one of their biggest wins, beating the Chiefs. Might be a slow start. I think it's a low-scoring game here, but I think the Cardinals could keep it within single digits. Yeah, I'm taking the Cardinals here, plus 9.5.
Yeah, Dale, I agree with you. I lean the under 42.5. I think defensively, Houston is playing. It might be the best defense right now. So I think they'll be able to contain Jacoby Brissett in that offense just a little bit. And not for now. I don't expect CJ Stroud in that offense to light them up either. So I expect a low-scoring game. I'm going to say like 24. I don't think they'll cover, though. I'm going to say 24-17. 24-17, totals 41. Yeah, give me the under. Give me the plus 9.5.
All right. This should be Sunday Night Football. Let's head up to New England. Big game for the AFC East right now.
Might be the game of the week.
It should be. I like there's a couple of 4 o'clock games that I really like. Bills favorite. You predicted that they would not be favorite. We'll see how
No,
the
I
line
predicted they will
closes.
be favorite.
Oh, you did. I thought New England was going to be favored at home.
No, I said Bills going to be favorite. You said no, they won't. I said yes, they will.
All right. Bills -1.5, -118 on the money line, +100 for your Patriots. Total 49.5. Kid, this is your team. Big game for you at home. What do you got?
First of all, I can't wait to watch this game. Usually I usually have Red Zone on Sunday. I will only be watching the Patriots Bills game. Maybe a little sprinkle Chiefs Chargers, just because I think that game would be a little interesting. But definitely gonna be eyeing maybe a little bit Baltimore Cincinnati as well. But still, this game to me is the game of the week. This game comes down to the AFC East. If we win this game, we're AFC champs. Drake May has can do something special. Win his first divisional title. Sweep Buffalo Bills and Josh Allen this season. He can hand Mike Vrabel division title. Stephon Diggs could stomp his former team twice. And I think defensively, they'll, coming off the bye week, I'm not sure if Milton Williams is 100% go. I think he's still questionable for this game. If we're able to contain Josh Allen in the pocket, don't let him beat us with his legs, and contain James Cook, I think we're the right side here. Give me the New England Patriots. Don't get me wrong. I think Josh Allen, McDermott, they want this game bad. They're like, we can't get swept by the New England Patriots. We can't lose the division in week 15 this early. But I think the game comes down to matchups. And I think we just have a better matchup against the Buffalo Bills. We're the number one rushing defense in all of football. What the Bills do best, run the ball. If they're not able to establish the run, if Josh Allen and James Cook can't hurt us, what else are they able to do? I don't expect any receiver to light us up. Maybe Kincaid has a nice, decent game. Give me the number one rushing defense on all football. Give me the MVP. Well, he's not the front runner right now. Second place front runner. Give me Drake May. Give me the New England Patriots at home.
Yeah, this is going to be a revenge spot here, I think, for Buffalo. I'm going to take Josh Allen and the Bills here. I just think they're the more desperate team, and they need this win right now. Forecast says some snow as well, and we saw last week how good Josh Allen was in the snow. I also think Will Campbell still being out for the Patriots hurts the offensive line a little bit, and I just think Sean McDermott, he's going to make some adjustments from that first game, and what worries me is how good Mike Vrabel is off of a bye. But I just think the Bills are the more desperate team. They need this game. So I'm going to take Buffalo here, -118 on the money line. What first favorite? Let's go to Kansas City. Chiefs hosting the Los Angeles Chargers. Chiefs laying 5.5 here at home, -260 on the money line, +215 for the Chargers. Total is 41.5. Chargers coming off that huge win Monday night. Offensive line obviously still banged up, but the Chiefs' offensive line is also banged up as well. I just think the Chiefs are done. I really do, and I just think this is a field goal game. Justin Herbert is good as a dog. I just think this is too many points. I think this is a great teaser spot, but I'm going to be on LA here. So yeah, give me the Chargers here +5.5.
Yeah, I think it's too many points. Don't get me wrong. I see why the Kansas City Chiefs are the favorite, but just coming off what we saw on Monday night, I understand Eagles should have won the game, but you can't deny that this Chargers team know how to win games. They're well coached. Justin Herbert is going to do everything in his power to win the game if it's running or throwing the ball. I think 5.5 is too many points. Give me the +5.5 with the Los Angeles Chargers here. Tough spot. Don't get me wrong. One thing that worries him a little bit is that the Chargers went into Jacksonville and got blown out just a couple of weeks ago. Can it happen again in Kansas City? I doubt it. Give me the 5.5 with the Chargers.
All right, let's head on to the next game, and we'll head out to the link. Philadelphia Eagles hosting the Las Vegas Raiders. Eagles laying 11.5 here at home, minus 900. Plus 610 for the Raiders. Total is 38.5. Kenny Pickett revenge game. He gets to start for the Raiders. But this was simple for me. How can you lay 11.5 points here with the Eagles offense right now? And granted, I said it on the show the other day. I actually liked what I saw, some stuff that they did on offense on Monday night, but everything essentially got overturned or called back because of a penalty. I think the defense played well, and I think they'll be able to get some pressure on Kenny Pickett with that defensive line, but we've seen that the last few weeks, the Raiders just somehow managed to cover these big spreads. Somehow, some way, they just find ways to cover or backdoor cover. It's disgusting, but I'm on it. I'm on Vegas here, plus 11.5.
Yeah, Eagles definitely gonna bounce back and win this game. If they lose this game, I think the season they deserve to miss the playoffs. But to lay 12 points, to win this game by 12 points, I don't think so. Give me the Raiders. Even though I'm no Kenny Pickett fan, I would have loved him more with Geno Smith, and that's saying a lot. But give me Kenny Pickett. Give me the Raiders plus 11.5 here on the road. Who are the Eagles to be laying double digits right now? Don't get me wrong, they clearly are the much better team. But who the hell they are to be laying 11.5? Give me the Raiders.
All right. Let's head on to the next game. AFC North, and we will head to Cincinnati where the Bengals are hosting the Baltimore Ravens. Ravens laying 2.5. Get the fuck out of here. Minus 146 on the money line. Bengals plus 124. Total is 51.5. This is ridiculous. As much love as I have for the city of Baltimore and this Ravens team, I just don't understand how they're a road favorite. And they're not playing good football right now. Lamar just doesn't practice on Wednesdays, it seems like. And I guess this is a revenge spot, but we have Joe Burrow as a dog again, 21-14 ATS. And after a loss, Joe Burrow is 19-9 ATS. I just trust Cincinnati's offense to go down, score. We saw it last week. Backdoor cover, and they did it easily. So literally whenever they want, this offense is on fire with Joe Burrow. Didn't love the comments he made about maybe having a short career this in the NFL, but I just don't think Baltimore's defense could stop them. And to be honest, I don't even think I've ever said this, but I don't trust Lamar right now. This offense, hand up, I was wrong about this team. They have a lot of holes. They should not be road favorites against anyone. So give me the Bengals. Good teaser spot. I think they're live as well.
Yeah, I'm going to keep this short and sweet. Give me the Bengals plus 125 on the money line. I just don't understand why. I agree with you why the Ravens are favorite. I think the Cincinnati Bengals deserve to be favorite here at home. T. Higgins, Jamar Chase is there. Defensively, as of late, been looking a little better. Chase Brown been running the hell out of the ball. And Joe Burrow, when healthy, there's no doubt he's one of the best quarterbacks in football. And right now, he's clearly playing at a higher level than Lamar Jackson is. So defense still a little worries me a little bit with Baltimore. I think Joe Burrow and that offense might have a field day. Give me the Cincinnati Bengals plus 125 on the money line.
Let's head to MetLife. The Giants hosting the Washington Redskins. Giants laying 2.5 here at home, minus 134 on the money line. Plus 114 for the Redskins. Total is 46.5. Zach Ertz done for the year. Jaden Daniels is now out as well. How can you make a team that's actively tanking the favorite, even at home? And remind you, the Giants are not good at home, and historically the Redskins have owned them. 0-3 straight up in the last 3. It's another ugly bet. I just think the Redskins are the right side here. I'm gonna take Mariota here over Jackson Dart. And it just seems like Jackson Dart hasn't learned his lesson on sliding. So I don't think Mike Kafka's a good coach. I think the Giants are just a really bad team, and Redskins are bad too, but I don't know. I just trust Mariota here over Jackson Dart in this spot. I'm going to take Redskins.
It's hard to deny everything you just said, though. But give me the G-Men. at home. Give me the minus 134 on the money line. Coming off a bye week, I think Jackson Dart and his offense are gonna, hit some stride, come out in rhythm. I think defensively off the bye week, we should see them come alive a little bit. If there's anytime they're gonna come out after the bye week, against a divisional rival at home. Give me the Giants here. Enough for that. I've seen enough from this Washington Commanders team. They've been disappointing all season long. And are the Giants actively tanking? I'm gonna say no. I don't think they need a quarterback. I think Jackson Dart might be their guy for the future. Defense is loaded. Malik Neighbors will be back soon. I think they'll be content with a top 5-ish, top 8 pick. Give me the G-Man minus 134 on the money line.
You keep telling me they're not trying to tank, but they keep losing. So we'll see.
I know. Yeah.
Let's go to last 1 o'clock game, and should be a really cold one. Chicago Bears at Soldier Field taking on the Cleveland Browns. Bears laying 7.5 here at home, minus 405 on the money line, plus 320 for the Bears. Total is 38.5. It's going to be freezing here this weekend in Chicago, so I think it should be a low-scoring game, but Browns' offensive line just really hurt right now, and like I said last pod, the Bears just find ways to turn over the quarterback. If they win this turnover battle, they're going to cover this number. I think it's a nice bounce-back spot here after a tough loss against Green Bay, and I just don't think Chicago is looking ahead towards anything. I know they play Green Bay, I think either next week or in 2 weeks, but they need to win every game from here on out to get into the playoffs. So, and, I'll give them credit. Shedeur made some nice throws last week. I'll give them credit, but this defense is good, and I just think they're going to find a way to turn him over. So, I think they do here on Sunday. So I'm going to take Chicago. Another good teaser spot, though.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the Browns here plus 7.5. Don't get me wrong, I think Chicago should take care of business, but with the weather, with the low total, I think it's gonna be a defensive battle. I think Miles Turner and that defense is gonna be able to get after Caleb Williams, and I agree with you. I think Chicago's defense is gonna be able to force a turnover or two. I'm gonna say it's gonna be 17-10, 17-13 Chicago. Low scoring, ugly game, defensive battle. Give me the Bears 17-13.
All right, let's go to the 4 o'clock window, and we'll start in the Bay Area. 49ers laying 12.5 here at home against the Titans. We got a lot of big spreads this week, kid. Minus 950 on the money line for the 49ers. Total, or plus 640 if you like Tennessee. Total is 44.5. This one stinks, if I'm being honest. I love the 49ers, though, in this spot. Titans coming off a win and, now going on the road and taking on a 49er team who they look good offensively. I think George Kittle could have a big game coming off a bye. I just think, and let's face it, they're as healthy as they ever been right now, the 49ers. Mm-hmm. So they need to win this game for the division. Technically, they're still alive for the division, wild card seeding, whatever. They still need to win this game, and I think they're going to be able to run the ball all over this defense. And honestly, I just don't think Cam Ward is good, so I'm going to lay it here with the 49ers.
Yeah, I'll be honest. This is another one, big spread. Do I want to lay with the 49ers? Do I trust Tennessee to go into I almost called it candlestick, but going to San Francisco and cover this number? Don't get me wrong. I think Cam Ward and the Tennessee Titans, they've been battling. It's not like they gave up on the season. They're still fighting. We saw Tony Pollard have one of his better games last week, over 150 on the ground. Gun to my head, I will take the plus 12.5. I just feel like, not for nothing. I just feel like the 49ers ain't going to take them too serious. I wouldn't be surprised if backdoor cover, like it's like a 27-20 game, and it's 27-13 or 27-10 in the fourth quarter, and in Tennessee just have some garbage points. So I would take the 12.5 here.
Oh, Cam Ward, he's terrible. All right, let's go to Rams. Let's head to LA where they play in a dome, and that is disgusting. Rams hosting the Detroit Lions, two teams that actually play in domes. Revenge spot here for my boy Jared Goff. -5.5 here for LA, -270 on the money line, +220 for the Lions. Total is 54.5. Now, first glance, I thought the number was a little high. I think the Brian Branch injury, I think, is really significant for the secondary for Detroit. And another one, this is a must-win for Detroit. They need to win in order to stay alive in the playoff hunt. And this is exactly where you want to back the Lions and Dan Campbell. When there are dogs, they have the mentality. And Dan Campbell, when an underdog of 4 points or more, do you know his record? ATS?
I'm gonna say it's not too many games. He's a 4-point dog or more. So I'm gonna say ATS right now, just for flat out wins. I'm gonna say 8-3.
18-4.
Wow,
ATS.
way more games.
Yeah. Well, remember the first year he took over, they weren't that good in the beginning. 18-4 when catching 4 points or more. Jared Goff and Dan Campbell, they just show up in these type of games. And honestly, like I said, I just think Jared Goff is going to want to stick it to Sean McVay. He's kind of an annoying coach, if I'm being honest. Sean McVay. Just the way he talks. Hey guys, we gotta do. I'm trying to do an impersonation, but it's not good. But I don't know. He's kind of an annoying guy, but he's a great coach. But somehow Dan Campbell and the Lions just find ways to win these games. Rams looking ahead towards Thursday night versus Seattle. I just don't think they should be this big of a favorite. I think it's a field goal game. And anything over 4 points, like I said, I'm gonna take the number. I'm gonna take the Lions here, +5.5.
Yeah, give me the +6 with the Detroit Lions. I think it's too many points. Don't get me wrong. The Rams deserve to be the favorites, but are they a touchdown better than the Detroit Lions? I think the Detroit Lions got more to play for. I think they sense the season's on the line, and this is one of those teams where you gotta get over on. I think the Lions are even live here. Give me the +6 on the road. I think Jahmyr Gibbs might have a big game. Amon St. Brown, he has extended rest from that Thursday night game. I think his ankle will be at 100%. We saw Jameis Williams been more involved in the offense
big game
as of late. So if their defense is able to contain Puka Nacua and Devontae Adams, I think the Lions are live here. Give me the +6. Also think they're a great teaser spot as well.
Huge game in the NFC South. We'll head down to the Bayou. New Orleans Saints taking on the Carolina Panthers. Who would have thought?
Who would have thought? This late in the season.
I love it. Dave Canales is doing a hell of a job. He's a good coach. I don't care what anyone says. Dave Canales is a good coach. Carolina laying 2.5 here. On the road, -162 on the money line, +136 for the Saints. Total is 40.5. Huge. And I can't stress that enough. It's a huge game for Carolina. Atlanta, like we just talked about, loss on Thursday night. A win puts them in the lead. And then week 16, they could clinch the division. Who fucking would have thought? Honestly, I think the Panthers are better than the Bucks right now. And I don't think the Panthers are gonna slip up here like the Bucks did last week against the Saints. They're coming off their bye. They've had 2 weeks to prepare for this game, and Tyler Shuck. And remind you, Tyler Shuck already beat this Carolina team, so this is another revenge spot as well. I know a lot of people aren't going to feel comfortable laying 2.5 points here with Carolina as a favorite. I do worry a little bit that it's a divisional game on the road, but I just think Dave Canales is a much better coach right now than Kellen Moore. I think Bryce Young is better than Tyler Shuck. I think the defense is going to be able to make a few stops here. I'm all in Carolina. I hope they make the playoffs. I really do. First place in the NFC South. Who fucking would have thought? I'll lay the 2.5.
Dill, I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm gonna lay the 2.5 here with the uh Carolina Panthers. One of the main reasons why I'm taking this bet, though, we just saw the New Orleans Saints pull off an amazing victory last week against a divisional foe, right? I don't think they win back-to-back games against a division opponent. Now they're back at home. Shut out Kellen Moore, tough win last week. I think this Carolina division to lose. I think they seized the opportunity. This is a get-right game in New Orleans. Bryce Young, if you can't go out there and outplay Tyler Shuck, if the defense can't show up and turn the ball over once or twice against that offense, they don't deserve to win the division. Give me the Carolina Panthers minus 2.5 on the road.
Now, if it wasn't for the Bills and the Patriots game, I think this game would have been the game of the week here. Mile High, Denver Broncos taking on the Green Bay Packers. This is a really good game. Green Bay laying 2.5 here on the road, minus 136 on the money line, plus 116 for the Broncos. Total is 42.5. I'm not going to lie, kid. I was very surprised that the number, was what it was. And say what you want about Denver this season, but for them to be dogs at home, I just don't agree with it. I get the Packers are playing good, but the market is just in love with this Green Bay team. I know the Broncos, they're a tough team to handicap sometimes, but either they play up or they play down to their competition. And say what you want about Bo Nix, he has a top 5 defense, and him and Sean Payton, they just figure out ways to win. It might not be pretty, but they win games. Got to look at the last time they caught points at home, and it was against a good team, and it was against the Chiefs, and they won outright. Bo Nix just doesn't lose at home. He's only lost in Mile High twice in his career. I don't think you can make Denver an underdog at home. They have a good defense. I think Patrick Surtain is going to take away Christian Watson. And then what's Jordan Love going to do? I think the offensive line for Denver is going to do a good job limiting that defensive line for Green Bay. A little tease, but I just think the Broncos might be my dog of the week. I love Denver this week.
I'm going the opposite side, Dale. Give me the Green Bay Packers here. Jordan Love right now has been playing at an elite level as of late. I got to give him credit. I think 3 out of his last 4 games, he had 3 passing touchdowns, 250 yards passing or more. Jalen Reed is back. Romeo Doubs is there. Christian Watson been playing like his lights out. I understand that Josh Jacobs has been ruled questionable, but he will be a goal this Sunday. And the defense, don't get me wrong, Denver's defense to start the season, we're like a top 5, top 3 defense. Right now, the Green Bay Packers defense is playing at a higher level. Can't deny that. Give me the Green Bay Packers. Don't get me wrong. Should they be favorites on the road? I don't think so. I think Denver definitely deserves to be the favorites at home. But I could see why the Green Bay Packers are favorite. Give me the Green Bay Packers minus 130 on the money line.
Last game in the 4 o'clock window, we'll head up to the Pacific Northwest where the Seattle Seahawks are laying 13.5 points here at home against Phillip Rivers and the Colts. Plus 750 if you like the Colts, if that scratches or squeezes your tickle. Total is 42.5. Does Phillip Rivers actually play? We'll see. They have till Saturday to activate him. I think he does, which is crazy. 44 years old. But, the more you look into and the more I've looked into it, it makes sense. He coaches high school football with his son, for his son. And apparently he runs the same offense in high school that Shane Steichen runs here in Indianapolis. And apparently they also have film sessions at the end of every week, Phillip Rivers and Shane Steichen. So hindsight, it makes sense why they sign him. Should have signed Cam Newton, at least give him a call. That's disrespectful. Anyway, but I just think this is a really terrible spot here. I was watching some of the highlights of Phillip Rivers when he last played 5 years ago. And the zip on the ball just wasn't there. He was throwing some bad balls or like.
Are you ready to regret to to take down the list that you said Phillip Rivers is better than?
No.
Okay. So you already disagree with me more than you did on last pod?
No. I just think this is a terrible spot against a really one of the best defenses. If you want to say Houston, cool. If you want to say regardless, it's a top 3.
They're the number 1 scoring defense.
Yeah, so it's a great defense, and I know I made the argument, hey, Rams are looking ahead towards Thursday Night Football, but I think they need this game, and I think they're going to put it on Phillip Rivers. I don't think they're going to be able to run the ball with Jonathan Taylor because they're going to be down essentially the whole game. So I love Seattle here. I don't think it's that big of a number. I think they're going to roll them here. So give me Seattle. I'll lay the points here at home.
Yeah, if Phillip Rivers is starting, I'm going to lay the number here. Give me Phillip Rivers anytime interception -156. All due respect, Phillip Rivers. If you're the starting quarterback, God bless you. I hope you were able to, walk and shake Sammy D's hand after the game in the middle of the field. And to me, that's an accomplishment. I'll be shocked if he's the starter quarterback. But hey, he might have to. He might have to be. Give me Seattle. I'm gonna just keep it short and sweet. They'll get. First of all, for the people that are listening, I hate laying huge spreads at home, even on the road. I hate laying the spread, but these couple games this week, man, it's just you gotta lay it. You gotta lay it. The only one I took was the Raiders, and that's a big question mark with Kenny Pickett.
Revenge spot. I love it. All right, kid, let's go to Sunday Night Football. Oh, here we go. Primetime JJ McCarthy. On the road, taking on
Did he just clap?
Yeah. You saw the vote. 67% people think he's better than your boy. Getting 6.5 points? Too many. -290 on the money line for the Cowboys, +235. For the Vikings, total is 47.5. Now, explain to me why you're going to lay the points here with Cowboys.
First of all, with the Cowboys, I think it's a great tease spot for the Dallas Cowboys, just because I feel like the defense is going to be able to get after Dak Prescott. Wouldn't be surprised if Dak Prescott throws an interception, but I just don't see, shout out JJ. He did have a good game last week. One of his best games of his career is not for nothing. Can he sustain that and bring that show on the road? That's the question we got to see. I just don't see him able to outgun Dak Prescott in that offense. And not for nothing, we know their chances are slim, but they do have a shot. This game means way more to the Dallas Cowboys than it does to the Minnesota Vikings. Give me the Cowboys here. Don't love laying the 6.5 here. I see the Cowboys putting a bare minimum 27 points. I don't see JJ McCarthy being near 27 points on the road. Give me the Dallas Cowboys here.
All right. Obviously, you guys know I'm taking the +6.5. I think it's a good teaser spot as well. We saw what JJ was able to do last week. I think they'll be able to run the ball as well. And, at home, like I said, I've said this multiple times. At home, I think JJ's so wound up and amped up. I think he calms down when he's on the road a little bit, and he's able to read it through his progressions and kind of make some throws here. So he has the weapons, he has the coach. I do worry about the offensive line. It is not good. They are banged up. He will be running a little bit. So I worry a little bit, but 6.5 points is too many points. I think Cowboys win 24-20. So I think it's a good number, 6.5 here. Time for our lock, dog, teaser, and player prop of the week. Sorry, I got the fucking hiccups right now. We'll start with the lock, kid. You lead us off. What do you got for the lock of the week?
With the lock of the week, I spoke to you about this. This was a little tough. I'm gonna go with the +5.5 with the Los Angeles Chargers. I think 5.5 is too many points here. Look around the Chiefs, they deserve to be the favorites, but do they deserve to be a 5.5-point favorite after they only scored 10 points against the Houston Texans at home? Honestly, the Chargers defense ain't the Texans, but the Chargers offense ain't the Texans either. Give me the Chargers +5.5 against Patty Mahomes. Lock of the week.
I love it. Kid, for my luck, you're going to hate me. Give me the Bills here. I just think they're the more desperate team on the road. And we saw what they were able to do last week. If Josh Allen becomes Superman, it's going to be a hard time trying to stop him. I think they're the more desperate team here. I think Sean McDermott has made some adjustments off of that tough loss at home. Now going on the road, I think they're going to figure some things out. Minus 118, I will take the Bills as my lock of the week. What do you got for your dog?
For my dog, I really want to go there with Cincinnati. But they left a little, burn in my heart last week. I took them as a dog against Buffalo outright. Should have won. Buffalo got lucky. That's what makes me feel much better about my dog of the week. They got lucky last week, though. Give me Drake May, the New England Patriots. Dog of the week, plus 105 on the money line. I don't understand it. How can the New England Patriots be dogs at home, coming off a bye week against the Buffalo Bills, who just got lucky against a 4-9 team in Cincinnati Bengals at home? Now you're going to go to Foxborough and beat us outright? I don't think so, Dill. Give me the dog of the week. Give me the New England Patriots plus 105 on the money line.
Head to head, I love it. For my dog, you're afraid to take him. I am not. Give me the Bengals. Who are the Ravens to be laying 2.5 points against anybody at this point? They have so many holes, and Joe Burrow as a dog is extremely profitable. Yes, they didn't cover, or they didn't get the outright win last week. Yeah, but they did cover the spread. So they were very live for about 40 minutes of the game. So I think they go here. Offense is rolling right now. No T. Higgins, but that is okay. Jamar Chase is going to have a hell of a day. Give me the Bengals on the money line plus 124 as my dog of the week. What is your teaser?
Hold on. You're not as confident in Denver Broncos, huh?
I took him in my teaser. You'll see.
Okay. Three-way. I'm back with the three-way. Your boy's been hot with the teasers. I was going to go back to the two-leg, but I was like, you know what? Let's stay with the three-leg, 6-point teaser. Give me the Dallas Cowboys. I said great teaser spot earlier with the Cowboys. Just to a pick 'em, plus a half a point. Give me the Dallas to win. Give me the Detroit Lions to plus 12. The Lions could lose. I don't see them getting blown out now. Come on now. They're not going to get blown out. They're not going to lose by double digits. Give me the Cowboys to plus half a point. Give me the Lions to plus 12. And then the last leg of the 6-point teaser, give me the Cincinnati Bengals to plus 8.5. I almost got there with the dog of the week at plus 125. I'm going to get there with the teaser. Give me Cincinnati 8.5. Give me the Detroit Lions plus 12. And give me the Cowboys on that plus half a point.
The reason I did not take the Broncos because I don't like to double dip. They're in my teaser. I tease them up to plus 8.5. Do think they're live though. But yeah, I don't like to double dip. So yeah, I'm gonna take the Broncos up to 8.5. I'll take the Bears down the minus 1.5 against the Browns, and I will take the Chargers up to 11.5. Too many points, kid. Yeah. So lock, dog, teaser. And now we will get to our prop of the week, which is presented each and every week by Props.Cash. The best way to research your player props. Elvis and I have been using Props.Cash for 2 years now, and it's helped us find an edge in several player prop markets on the web or on the Props.Cash app. You'll get quick visual data on player trends, matchup history, and recent performance across every major sport. Clean, reliable stats that make it easy to spot. Value plans start at just $19.99 a month. And right now you can get 25% off your first month with code DREAM25. That is DREAM25. So download the app, not now, but right now. Sign up with the monthly subscription. Use code DREAM25 and you'll be paying just $14.99 your first month. Level up their prop research today at Props.Cash. Kid, what is your prop of the week?
First time I have 2 props for you, Dill. I'm going to give 2 props out. I'm very confident in both. I'm going to start off with my boy, Stephon Diggs. We saw in the first matchup, Stephon Diggs had his best game of the season. I think he had 10 catches, a buck 43. His over-under is at 50.5 yards at -118. Give me the over 50.5 at -118. He has a chance, like I said earlier, to ice the division title against his former team. He had a buck 43 last game. At the bare minimum, he's going to have half that. 71, 72 yards still. Give me Stephon Diggs over 50.5 receiving yards, -118. And then the other one, I almost made this my lock of the week. Give me Jamar Chase over 89.5 receiving yards at -112. We just saw DK Metcalf against the secondary at the bank go for over 100 yards. Jamar Chase is 3 times the receiver DK Metcalf is. If Aaron Rodgers and DK was ever go for over 100 yards, what do you think Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase are going to do? Give me over 89.5 yards at -112.
Ooh. I'm probably gonna go Justin Herbert anytime interception here.
Wow.
You could get that at -1.
And you're on the Chargers.
Yeah, I'm on the Chargers. Yeah, of course, but I'm still getting plus money here. Or plus the points. He's throwing an interception. He has 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He has 7 interceptions in the last 7 games. He's thrown an interception in 3, 4, 5. In 6 of his last 7 games, the only game he did not throw an interception was Pittsburgh. He set this number in 70% of his games this season. And I think this is a good matchup here against the Chiefs here. Chiefs are going to put some pressure on him, make a bad throw. He's still dealing with that hand injury. He's prone to throwing some interceptions. He threw one on Philly, threw one against if the Raiders are able to pick him off, what do you think the Chiefs are going to be able to do? Justin Herbert, anytime interception at -107. That's going to be
I can't say I love it, Dill, but I see where you're going with it. I see where your head is taking you, and I can't deny the math.
No.
I just don't love it for my +5.5.
Well, we could still get there. That's the
no. There's no denying it, but
yeah.
I don't love it. If it hits,
yeah. All right, kid. Let's get to college football. We do have FCS playoffs going on right now, but they all have the bye this week until the college playoffs next week. We're gonna get Colby Dant on next week, and we'll break down everything. Sharon Moore, Lane Kiffin. We're gonna talk all college football next week. So be prepared. It's going to be a big college football week with the playoffs going on and everything. But we got Army-Navy game going down at the bank in Baltimore, Maryland. So it's a home game for Navy. Laying 6.5 here, -270 on the money line, +220 for Army. Total is 38.5. Are we on the under again?
38.5. Give me the under. I think it's too much. And I'm going to go with Army here. Give me the +6.5. Don't get me wrong. Navy been the better school. No doubt about it. They've been the better team this year. But this old rivalry game means something. I think they're going to get up. I'm going to say 18-12. Navy by the hook.
Wow.
Give me the +6.5.
Yeah, the forecast should have some snow as well, is what they're saying. So I agree, under. We're always going to take the under here. But Navy is a wagon this year, and Army's just having a down year. I'm going to take Navy. I got ties down there to the Annapolis, to the Naval Academy. It is always go Navy, beat Army. Should be a hell of a game. And kid, next year, like I think I told you this, the game is at MetLife. So should be on our bucket list to go one year. But yeah, that's the only game going on. We do have some FCS. I'll rattle off real quick what I like. Illinois State +2.5 against UC Davis. Montana laying 7.5 against South Dakota. I like. And then I want to take Villanova. They got the upset last week against Lehigh. Now going on the road and taking Tarleton State. Tarleton State laying 12.5 against Villanova. Not so fast, my friend. Give me Villanova +12.5. I think the Wildcats stay alive. That's all I got for FCS. Next week, we got the playoffs. Okay, we got the cup games this Saturday. Knicks. Hey, we're down to 4.
How do you feel, Dill, in Vegas?
In Vegas.
Do you like your chances?
What are we laying? What, 4.5, 5.5?
Yeah, I think y'all laying 5.5 right here.
Well, they're without Franz Wagner. We just got to stop Paolo Banchero. If we could do that.
No. Y'all need to stop Desmond Bane. My man Desmond Bane's been averaging 30 in these cup games.
It's on site for him, too. Fuck him. Nah, lay the 5.5 and Desmond Bane under.
No, Dill.
Yes.
I'm gonna be honest with you, Dill. Desmond Bane has been balling. He's been on one.
Is Desmond Bane better than Jalen Brunson?
No.
Okay, that's all I wanted to ask you. It's just simple.
Desmond Bane in these cup games, still, he's just been balling. Just look at his numbers. I was like, okay, I gotta respect it. I think his last cup game he gave him 38. So he's been on one. Give me Desmond Bane over 20.5 points at -112. I think he shows up. I'm not sure if they'll win the game, but I think Desmond Bane is gonna give you at least 25 plus. He's been on one as of late in the cup. And then Spurs taking on OKC. I'm gonna lay the 9.5 here. OKC is what, 25-1?
Wemby is playing, they said.
What?
Wemby is playing, they said.
Like I said, the Thunder are 24-1. They're winning games by double digits where Shea don't even need to participate in the fourth quarter. If he participates in the fourth quarter, I don't know if that's a good or bad thing. Give me the OKC Thunder -9.5 here.
By the way, I forgot to ask you, who you think's gonna win the Heisman tomorrow?
Oh, Mendoza from Indiana.
Yeah, Fernando Mendoza. Yeah, I agree. He won it when he beat Ohio State last week. Kid is really tough.
Honestly, I think he won it with the post-game speech. He iced it. That was the frosting on the cake.
Yeah. I like Jeremiah Love. I think he's a good running back, but it's a quarterback award, unfortunately. I do want...
If I had to vote, it'll be Paez from Vanderbilt.
Oh, Diego Pavia?
Yeah,
he's a stud. I like, and he's definitely he deserves to be a finalist. So I'm happy he got the trip out to New York. Bias aside, I wish Julian Sane wins the Heisman as well, but we'll see. It's probably going to go to Fernando Mendoza, so future New York Jet quarterback. So we'll see. College basketball plays will be up later tonight. My article will be up later, so make sure you guys check that out. Kid, we're about a week away from Christmas. Any big plans for you? You hosted Thanksgiving.
I hope not. As of right now, I'm not. So that's a good thing. I'll be going getting my Christmas gifts tomorrow, Dill. My girlfriend's taking me to Tri-State Motorsports. So I'm gonna be getting some things for the car. So that's good. Nice. It's great. I'm excited.
Quicker to fix the car.
Exactly. And I'm also gonna buy some things I need, like some Toyo tires. Some grip. We need to grip on these streets. And she's gonna give me my gift, so it's gonna be great.
Oh,
can't wait.
Congrats.
Can't wait.
Well, enjoy. By the way, tomorrow, if you get your chance, John Cena's last match ever. Saturday night against Gunther. It is his last fight ever in the WWE. He will never fight again, and I believe him when he says that. So yeah, make sure you guys watch that as well if you're a big WWE guy.
Is it on pay-per-view?
No, it's on Saturday night main event. It's on like NBC or Peacock or something.
I gotta put in a timer. Definitely gotta watch
I'll send you a text. I'll be like, hey, John Cena's about to come up. I mean, bro, that's our childhood. Like,
I might cry.
Yeah, literally, I might shed a tear.
I'm someone who hasn't faithfully watched wrestling in over a decade, but John Cena is John Cena. People,
he's the GOAT.
Damn, I would show you, though.
What you got?
I have the original. Like back in the day, WWE used to send out the magazine, like the catalogs, and you could order it.
Yeah.
I have the original John Cena Chain Gang jersey, pinstripes. Wow. I have it.
Loyalty, respect, thugonomics.
I even had the chain, but I have the jersey. Damn.
You gotta break that out for tomorrow.
It's here. Yeah. Trust me. I'll definitely get it within like 10, not even like 3 minutes.
Yeah.
I think I know exactly where it's at.
Well, we got a lot to look forward to. Army-Navy game. We got some good football games. We got some UFC. Got John Cena. So we got some football. Enjoy it this weekend. Spend it with your loved ones. Enjoy the games. Good luck on your picks. And we'll see you guys on Sunday. Peace.